Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is about that time. It is time to Tony. Today's guest is my very good friend, Anthony Pappaly. He is a stand-up comedian. He makes wonderful sketches. If you're not familiar with his work, go look at his Instagram. He's had incredible sketches that, have gone viral. Anthony was a man that I met, many moons ago in a room called Moon Room Comedy in Melbourne, Florida. He would tell you that I met him there. My first interactions with Anthony was in St. Pete Brewing show we did together. But Anthony's very funny, and he's a good friend of mine. So I'm very happy about this episode. We recorded it inside of my minivan, my Toyota Sienna, James McCann's old Toyota Sienna, outside of East Austin Comedy Club. It was roughly 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Doesn't really matter. But this is the interview with the illustrious Anthony Pappaly. Enjoy the episode, folks. Thank you for supporting. Ciao. Hasta bueno. Hasta luego. Veo con días. Mi amigos. What's up, cuz?
What's up, dog?
You
so
know,
happy to be here.
I give you an intro and everything, but we're sitting here obviously with Anthony Pappaly. And this would be my first on Time to Tony. This will be the first recording with I'd say a very close friend.
Really?
I mean, the Christoph and all the
Okay, yeah.
that wasn't an interview
No,
type thing.
what if I was like, you think we're close?
Oh yeah, right. But no, I mean, I'm excited to. So I don't know much. Obviously, we met in Tampa, right? But
we met at Moon Room. We met in
really?
Melbourne. That was the first time I saw
we
you.
covered this on the last time we did a pod together.
Yeah,
I remember meeting you
then
in
we
Tampa.
really talked in Tampa, yeah.
And then you told me that I guess was an asshole in Moon Room or something.
No, you were just like, I was like, hey man, great set, and you're like, hey, yeah, thanks man. You just bounced. So I was like, all right, guy's a busy guy.
So Moon Room and you, but I want to start at the beginning. Where are you? I have the idea of for some reason in my mind, I think you're from San Francisco.
Yeah, I grew up in the Bay, San Francisco Bay.
Okay.
I didn't actually live in San Francisco, but I lived 40 minutes away.
What part of California?
I was born in Walnut Creek, but then I grew up in a town called Fairfield.
Fairfield?
Which is like 15 minutes from Napa, like wine country, and then like 45 to an hour from San Francisco.
So just straight beautiful, huh?
It was beautiful, man. It was like countryside, vineyards. It was nice.
Damn, dude. How long that was born and raised?
In that kind of general area, yeah.
Until how long?
Till 2017 when I joined the military.
Damn. All right. So, and what was Anthony like as a kid?
I was shy. I was a quiet kid.
Really?
But then once you get to, I think it's like now, like when you get to know me, I think I open up more.
Yeah.
But generally, I'm not very like outgoing. I was very shy, very quiet. I was a good kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I did all my bad stuff as an adult.
What do you mean when you say bad stuff? What do you mean?
Like I was more rebellious, like drinking like crazy, and then I got kicked out of the military for doing drugs and
what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I thought you knew.
Oh
that.
no, I did know that. You were trying to get kicked out though.
I didn't want to get kicked out, but I was kind of being reckless to where I was like, if it happens, it happens. I'm ready.
Yeah, I remember you talking about this. How you I remember speaking to you. I think outside of Bullenbush about it.
Yeah.
How you were like, yeah, I just want to get.
I was miserable, man. My mental health was like trashed.
That's funny because the Coast Guard I wanted to go to the Coast Guard so bad. It's like I either wanted to go to Marines or Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Coast Guards to me look so fucking sick. I don't know why.
It was fun. I had fun. It's just like that last year, my mental health just went down the drain.
Why?
Just because I was doing a job I didn't want to do, and I was locked into a contract, and I don't know, I wanted to do comedy. And then I was like deporting people. We'd like pick up Cubans who were trying to get a better life, and that was so depressing. It sucked, dude.
Did you firsthand deport people?
I mean, my ship did. I was on the ship. We'd pick them up. We'd find them in a raft, and then they would go out. Guys would go out on a small boat from our ship, pick them up, and then we would process them. I'm like taking this guy and putting him here. I'm like writing down their statements.
You'd be like, sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
I look like him, man. I look like a cute.
You kind of do, honestly.
Like I felt bad. These people just want a better life, and it's so sad.
Damn. What was like the saddest deportation? Was there ever any children?
Yeah, dude. One of the saddest thing I saw was this girl. We picked up this girl and this older lady who looked like her grandmother,
Yeah.
but it wasn't her grandmother. It was just an older lady who like raised her whole life. So they weren't blood related, but they were basically family. And the little girl got asylum in the U.S., but the old lady, because she was not blood related, did not.
What?
So they separated them, and I watched them. I watched their goodbye. So the little girl got to go to America, and then the other old lady got to get sent back. And I watched them hug. And they were both crying, and then I watched them put the little girl on another boat and take her to where she was going to go back to America. And that was like the most heartbreaking.
How old is this girl?
She looked like she was maybe 12.
How did she make it?
She had like family,
Oh, okay.
other like a blood family in America who was gonna, they were gonna live. She was gonna live with them.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but this was like this old lady was like this lady that's been with her and raised her and took care of her. And
Where were you stationed though? You're doing Cuba stuff. Was this in Florida?
yeah, I was in Melbourne,
Oh, okay.
Cape
Really?
Canaveral. Yeah, and we would hop on the ship and then sail all the way down.
How long would it take to go from Melbourne to Cuba?
A few days,
How fast are you going?
30 miles, 25, 20 to 30 knots, so like 25, 30 miles an hour.
Wow, dude. So it's so close.
It's close, yeah.
Bro, that is, I mean, that's not
Yeah,
that
dude.
far. For going 20 miles an hour and making it there in a couple days.
Yeah, I mean, there's no traffic.
Yeah, that is true. Just a straight shot.
Just straight shot, and you're going 24 hours a day, nonstop, no stopping.
Did you ever get seasick?
I get seasick like crazy. Bigger boats, I didn't get seasick, but smaller boats, I get fucking seasick.
Was there, so it's just you and the homies, like, did you get fucked up on the boat? What's like,
No, you can't drink. There's no alcohol.
what?
There's no alcohol on the boat. You can't get fucked up. I was
Are you
working.
serious?
I was working. You work like 18-hour days, 24-hour days sometimes.
Doing what?
Well, it's like, all right, we pick up all these people. They got to be fed. They got to be processed. A lot of documentation. The ship has to run. You got to make sure the ship's running, and everybody does different jobs. So you rotate like jobs. So
Yeah.
like for 8 hours a day, I'd be like split up in half. So like 2 4-hour shifts. I'd be on the bridge learning how to like navigate the ship, and then after that, I'd be like studying stuff because I was like a new person on this ship, and then.
Okay.
You run drills like firefighting drills, or like if the ship gets like hits something and there's a leak or a flood.
There's drills for this?
Yeah, you
I
have to
guess that makes
train because
sense.
if something happens, you gotta. There's no. You're your only rescue. You know.
Did you ever partake in any, like, was there any firing of any sorts, like,
Of guns.
from other, marauders or any sort of thing like that?
Marauders, not Pirates of the Caribbean.
I don't know, like,
No, I mean when I was in Bahrain in the Middle East, we would like sail close to the Iranian coast, and Iranian Navy would come close to us, and we would have to hop on our guns, and they would hop on their guns, and we
Whoa.
would just be like, they'd sail past us, we'd sail past them. Nothing would happen, but we would just be on the ready.
wait, dog, you were stationed in the Middle East?
Yeah, for one year, 2018 to 2019.
There's a Coast Guard in the Middle East?
Yeah, we augmented the Navy. I was in Bahrain. It's a little island right next to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Coast Guard gave us an apartment. I had an apartment there in town.
That's sick,
And I had
though.
a roommate.
But that's honestly, there has to be sick moments, though.
It was cool. That was the most fun I had in the military was over there.
Bahrain?
Yeah. Because they speak English pretty well, but you're
Okay.
in a different country, and I'd like ride my bike through town and hang out, and they had alcohol there. You go drink.
Fucking all these Bahraini hoes.
Something like that, yeah.
Were you-
no,
No,
dude.
were you guys, like, did you get to go into town in, like, your suits? Or your, like,
No, we weren't allowed to wear our uniform outside.
Okay,
in
that
town,
makes sense, yeah.
So I'd like ride my bike to base, and then I'd go change.
I guess in the movies they make it seem like you hop off the ship in your uniform, and then all these women
Yeah,
fuck you.
it's its own country.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we gotta go to. We sailed to like Dubai, went to Kuwait,
Bro,
off the coast of Iraq.
what was the most beautiful, like, as far as, like, scenery-wise?
In the whole career, when I was in the military or in Bahrain.
I mean, your whole career.
I mean, the first year I was in Hawaii.
What the hell?
I was stationed in Honolulu, and we would sail around all the islands. So that was like the most beautiful because we would sail around like Maui and Molokai and all these other Hawaiian Islands, and we'd like pull into like these beautiful ports, and we're like, this is so amazing.
What was the? Did you get to know the stars well?
No, I never did like celestial navigation or anything, but I will say the best viewing of stars has been in the middle of the ocean.
It's got to be.
There's no light. There's
Yeah.
no light pollution
You
except for
see
your
the
ship.
Milky Way just like crazy.
You just see everything. You see like so many shooting stars, and then I mean, it's so dark out that the moon, like your eyes adjust, and it's like it feels actually bright because it's like the moon lights everything up, and you're like, holy shit, I don't know.
No, I could vaguely understand because that's what it would be like in Big Bend.
Yeah,
Like,
I bet.
I swear to God, when I would camp at Big Bend, I'd see. I'm not kidding when I'd say like 30 shooting stars at night.
Yeah, your eyes adjust, and you see so much more.
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
like,
dark,
this
yeah.
is crazy. And then sometimes the moon would be so bright that it actually would like pollute the stars a little bit.
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
Like, oh, it's not as bright as the other night. You know,
It's nuts. Yeah, but yeah, on the ship was like the most I've ever seen.
was there any like? I mean, obviously you parked the boat, you go swimming in the water and stuff. Like, was there any shark attacks?
We did that once. So we had when we were in Hawaii. When we did that, we'd have shark watch.
Yeah.
So it was one guy's job to be at the highest point of the ship with an M16, and he would just watch us swim. And if a shark came, he was supposed to shoot the shark.
Stupid bitch. Sorry, that's a bad ADD. My phone distracted me.
Yeah, but we just swim, and then there'd be a guy on shark watch.
But you never had any close encounters with sharks?
No.
Damn, cuz. So would you got a dishonorable discharge?
No, I got a general discharge because I mean I had a pretty good career. I didn't do anything crazy.
How fucking bad do you have to be to get dishonorable?
It's basically a felony.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a dishonorable is basically like a felony. You have to commit like a felony or worse.
Do you know any boys that got felonies?
I'm pretty sure I do. I know guys who've like sold drugs.
Yeah.
There's guys who like beat their wives.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, you commit a crime. You get
I thought you were about to say, like, it is what it is. But
no, I mean, it's bad stuff.
No, it is bad. But I've definitely the drugs part for sure.
A lot of drug stuff, a lot of like domestic violence stuff, guys, their spouses.
Bro, you definitely got to. I mean, there was like definitely a party boy on the ship, right?
There always was. The first unit I was at,
Yeah.
My first year in Hawaii, I was like a club guy. I was going to nightclubs.
No way.
Every weekend I was dropping like $300-400 just on drinks alone.
Yeah.
Every weekend. Sometimes we'd pull in on the ship at like 1 a.m, and then I'd be like, oh, clubs are still open for a couple more hours. Let's go.
Are you serious?
And I would go to clubs, and I'd just go to nightclubs every weekend and just get trash. We'd get bottle service. And it was all because this one guy.
Can't picture that.
Yeah, dude, there's this one guy on the ship who loved to party.
Yeah.
And then he got kicked off the ship because he had like some family shit going on.
Yeah.
But he would hang out with me. He'd be like, yo, let's go. And we'd go out every weekend and just get trashed.
What the hell?
I was throwing up every weekend in a nightclub. I was getting kicked out of nightclubs because I'd throw up on myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds. I mean, you described basically like my going to college type esque thing.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. How old were you when you were doing that?
23, 24.
Bro, so you're just getting lit as fuck.
It was my first time living on my own. So I was like,
Dog, you were probably getting crazy lit.
yeah, dude, it was crazy.
You never got into the cocaine?
No, I never got into cocaine because I didn't want to get kicked out.
Oh, true.
I had a friend who got busted for cocaine in Hawaii, and he got kicked out. And he didn't tell his family
Yeah.
that he got kicked out, so he just found a job and lived in Hawaii. And then when he would go home, he'd put on like Coast Guard clothing and be like, "Yeah, I'm home on leave," or whatever.
That's some shit I would totally do.
But he was like installing solar panels. But he would lie. He lied, and then he just didn't tell his family. But I was a firefighter, so everything worked out.
Do you think he ever ended up telling his family?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
I think he had to.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Was your family like proud of you when you went to the Coast Guard? Or, like, what was your decision to go to the fucking Coast Guard?
I just always, dude. When I was in high school, I wanted to join the army. I was like, I want to go fight in war. I don't know. I just read like I just read military books, and I was like, that's the coolest shit ever. To be with your. I remember when I was in high school. I remember this is the cheesiest thing ever. I remember I told my mom. She was like, "Why do you want to go to the army?" And I was like, I don't know, because if I die, I just want to die with my brothers. I just
No way.
just said crazy shit like that.
What the
all
hell,
the time,
dude?
yeah.
You are a complete. I mean, I know. Obviously, I know when you grow up, you change, and
Yeah, I mean, I read all these military books, and I was like, these are the coolest guys ever, and there's a camaraderie and a brotherhood, and I want to go fight, and I thought it was badass and
with
cool.
my brother.
Yeah, and then when I graduated, my dad was like, "Please don't enlist. At least go to college first, and then if you want to do whatever, do whatever." So I went to college, and like obviously got more mature, and like my views changed slightly, but I still wanted like adventure.
Yeah.
So I was like, "All right, I'll join the Coast Guard, and I'll travel around and do shit."
They do totally sell the adventure because I was this close to going to the Marines.
Yeah,
I mean, I went to the recruiter twice.
yeah,
And dude, they would literally just like they'd whip out like these photos. They'd be like they'd point at like the guys like on the poster like shooting the gun,
yeah.
and they'd be like, "Bro, that's not real." And then they'd like whip out their phone and they'd be like, "This is me in Iraq doing like at a club fucking these hoes." They would just show you photos of all the women they have sex with, and they're just like, "Bro, this is the life." And you're like, "This kind of rules. I want to travel."
It's like that, but I would say the Marines is probably the worst branch in
Well,
terms of quality of life. Of like,
Oh yeah, absolutely. No,
yeah.
my friend who I went to the recruiter with my buddy Justin, and he ended up being in where the hell Kuwait.
yeah,
He was like there during like the heavy action, and like dude, he got bad PTSD. He watched children getting stomped on in crowds,
shit.
and like he came home with like
Yeah.
legit PTSD and watched like some of his buddies die. Like he watched
For
people
sure, that's
die
fucked
a
up.
lot.
Also, even if you're not doing combat stuff, the Marines suck. Like
Bro,
I
know.
lived in a Marine barracks for 6 months when I was in Maryland because I was doing like a joint school, and they put the Coast Guard guys in the Marine barracks.
Yeah,
So I lived there. I didn't have to follow any Marine rules.
yeah.
But I also couldn't hang out there because one day I did hang out. I was like in the lounge. There's like a lounge in this place. I was just on my phone, and this guy comes in thinking I'm a Marine, and he goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I go, "I'm just hanging out." He goes, "You just fucking hanging out?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm just hanging out." And he goes, "Why aren't you in uniform? You don't get to hang out right now and do all this." He was like yelling at me, and I go, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm the Coast Guard guy upstairs." He goes, "Oh, you're Coast Guard? Oh, my bad. Have a good time, man."
Holy shit!
But if you're like the Marines, they're like, there's like very strict schedule. It's very regimented. They pride themselves on it being like the most uncomfortable branch.
Which is funny because I was like, dude, that was me. What you explained, that was me in like middle school. Like I was a bleeding UMC devil dog. Like I had baseball mitts that I would carve like USMC.
Yeah.
And like me and my friend would like watch all these like Marine Corps videos, and I was obsessed with the Vietnam War, and like
for sure, that's how I felt.
There's some sort of like psyop going on. I feel like for like they're melding these young minds in a way, or a little bit. I
think there's a psyop, but I also think there's like a natural thing boys and guys have where they're like, yeah, I want to fight.
Dude, I want to fucking kill foreigners. Like it's in you to just want to do that.
I want to go shoot somebody in a different country.
Dude, there is that. I totally get that. But now looking back, it's like, why?
Yeah, it is like,
how dumb is this?
Once you get all these feelings and you meet people and you get more educated and you're like, I don't want to hurt anybody, dude.
No, what?
Yeah.
Dude, Earthquake says it the best. I was watching the Earthquake interview because he was like serving the military for like a long ass time, and he says the reason why he got out, and he's like, they wanted to send me overseas for some oil. He goes, I don't even got a gas. I don't even have a car. You better go send Shell or Exxon over that motherfucker. I'm not fighting for no oil.
For sure.
I don't even have a car. And I was like, this is a brilliant take, you know?
Yeah, I mean, when I was in the Middle East, I would have thoughts where I was like, I'd be like, I don't know why we're here. It doesn't make sense other than for corporate.
Did anyone ever ask that question on the ship, or like?
I mean, people talk about it all the time,
yeah.
You know, but it's also like it doesn't change anything because it's like we have orders and we're going to do what we're supposed to do. But
on the ship, like, what's the general political alignment of like in your average individual? Are they like
mostly conservative? Everyone's mostly conservative.
Mostly conservative?
Yeah, I mean, most.
Is there like any liberal twinks?
Yeah, there
That's
are.
Sick.
We had a gay. There's our chef on our boat was a gay guy. I'm pretty sure he was pretty liberal.
Real? I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I had another friend who was vegan. He was pretty liberal. And yeah. But they're like, yeah, but I also want to serve.
That's hard as fuck.
Yeah.
It's almost cooler than being.
I've served a lot. I was pretty liberal.
Yeah.
I am liberal.
No, you were raised very liberal?
Yeah, pretty much. I was like a little bit more conservative when I was in the military, but not that much.
Yeah.
Like I didn't agree with pretty much 90% of the people I served with. But also that's what was cool is like nobody really talked politics. Everyone was just like friends.
What do you do on the boat to occupy yourself?
So on the boat, the smaller boat I was on, we would just shoot the shit. We'd watch movies a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of movies. Work out.
Yeah, because you're a jacked guy.
I'm jacked now.
I feel like your old photos, I look back, I'm like, you're low-key jacked.
I was kind of in shape when I was in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, you weren't jacked?
I don't think I was jacked, no.
Mm.
I think I'm jacked now because I'm fucking paying attention to everything, but like
Okay.
diet. But yeah, I mean, you got to work out. Also, you're like on your feet 18 hours a day,
Yeah.
and then they feed you pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, Coast Guard food's pretty good.
Fuck, dude, that sounds actually sick.
Coast Guard chefs always win like a bunch of military cooking competitions. Like Coast Guard chefs are good chefs.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's cooking competitions in the military?
Yeah, they do like weird shit like that, where they'll have like the Army, the Navy, the Coast Guard, and they'll have like their best cooks going up in a like competition thing.
Why? Who is like? I feel like you're the only like U.S. Coast Guard comic I know. Do you know any other Coast Guard comics?
Yeah, there's a guy.
There's a lot of Marines. There's so many Marines in stand-up. I've met
there are a lot of Marines.
at least
there's
like
a bunch
10.
here. I mean,
Yeah.
Josh Francis.
Oh, that is true. Yeah,
He's a Marine.
but I've met so many Marine comics over the years.
I've met a lot of Marines, Army, even Navy. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
What's his name? Donnell Rawlings is like an Air Force vet. And
Oh, really?
a lot of black comics were vets.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's
I don't know. Sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing at that. They really kind of are. You're right.
Yeah, I know another coastie comic as well, who he was a pilot. He
Uh-huh.
like flew helicopters, and then he quit, and he does comedy
Wow.
Yeah.
Where is he now?
in New York.
Oh, okay.
His comedy, he's pretty good.
I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, but I'm trying to soak up some more of the Coast Guard stories. What's like your craziest? Is there like anything that like sticks out in your mind as like the craziest moment in the Coast Guard that was like, yeah, what the fuck was this? Besides, you having to deport children and separating them from their family.
Terrible job. Man.
Yeah.
That's why my mental health was wrecked.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I didn't do anything too crazy. There was like a time in Hawaii when we were on the ship. It was like a really beautiful morning. We anchored outside of Waikiki,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you go outside and you see the Waikiki beach and the shoreline and all the hotels and everything. It's so pretty and beautiful. The sun was up, and we were all hanging out on the bridge, just like everyone was like eating a donut or coffee and,
Yeah.
and hanging out. And then everyone's phone goes off because we were close enough to shore where we had signal. And then everyone's phone goes off, and we look at our phones, and it was like a national alert or like a local alert.
Uh-huh.
And it said, incoming missile from North Korea, take shelter immediately.
Holy shit.
And then the chief on the boat ran up the stairs. He was like, start the engines, pull the anchor. We're pushing offshore. And everyone was panicking. We were like getting shit ready. And guys were like calling their families who lived back on the island. They're like, hey, we got this warning. And they're like, we saw. They're like, hide, go lay in the bathtub or whatever. And we're
like that's going to help.
I mean, whatever you can do.
Yeah,
It's like,
right.
And then we're pushing off, and then we see all these boats leaving the island quickly. Like people were like, "Holy shit!" and they were leaving. Like we're like, "Holy shit, this is real." I sent a text to my family. I was like, "Missile alert! Love you guys." That's all I sent. And then we like pushed off, and then for like 20 minutes, we're all like looking up in the sky, and like we didn't know what was going on. And then we got another text saying, "False alarm!
Bro.
This was like a mistake." It was like a big news story that somebody fucked up. And this was when there was like heated tension between the U.S. and like North Korea, where there's a lot of back and forth going on. And then, but it was like everybody freaked out. We thought there was gonna be like a missile strike on Hawaii.
Why would they even strike Hawaii though?
Closest, I don't know, major U.S. state to North Korea, maybe.
Yeah, but it's like, bro, you're not even like affecting the U.S. at all.
Big base, big military presence. You know,
Damn.
most of the Pacific Fleet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. So you, for a moment there, you thought then it was a North Korean nuclear pump fake.
Yeah. So I was like, it wasn't even them. Some guy at the fucking warning center.
I don't believe that shit. I feel like there was actually.
Maybe there was. There could have been. There's theories.
How does
that
someone just fuck up like that?
There are theories that there was probably something, and then they thwarted it or whatever, and then they were like, false alarm, nothing to worry about.
Wow, dude.
Not to freak people out or go into a war.
Holy shit.
So that was pretty nuts.
That is pretty nuts. I'd be scared shitless. I mean,
Yeah. I got to fly in a helicopter. That was fun.
that's fucking
Over
sick.
New York City, over Manhattan.
Holy shit, that's sick as fuck.
Some cool stuff.
You definitely did the big machine gun in the water.
I did that in the water, yeah, 50 cal, and then we had a 25 millimeter cannon kind of gun that's just like. My gun in Bahrain was the Mark 19, which is 40 millimeter grenade thing, like the belt fed
Yeah.
grenades.
Do you still own a gun now?
I've never owned a gun.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No urge.
No urge really.
Can you? Yeah, you got a good shoot.
I'm okay. I'm not bad.
Yeah.
I got sharpshooter on pistol.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Fuck yeah, dude. All right. So you enlisted in the Coast Guard, but you went to college first. Where did you go to college at?
San Francisco State.
And didn't you study film?
I did. I studied cinema.
Dog,
They didn't even call it film. They call it cinema.
That's crazy to go from cinema and then be like, yeah, I'm going to the fucking Coast Guard.
Yeah, I couldn't find a job.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to, like, the normal thing film students do. They go to L.A. and then they work as production assistants, like getting coffee and food
Yeah.
and driving for Uber. And I was like, I don't want to do that.
Well, it's kind of like fitting. It's like, I mean, did it definitely help with the stuff you're doing now?
Yeah, I mean, I learned a lot. And so the crazy thing is I didn't really take any production classes, like film production in school, because it was always full. Like I couldn't get into the class ever. So I didn't even take like how to like use a camera in San Francisco State. I took classes that was like Latina women in cinema.
What?
French cinema.
What does that even?
Like it was just
Latino women in cinema?
like you just watch movies about like a certain culture and you'd write essays about it. That's
What
like
is
all
this, my porn category? What?
So I took like a bunch of those classes and like some screenwriting, and then I learned all the camera stuff on my own.
Wow.
No.
So it was basically just like, I don't know, college classes, like, but it wasn't like.
I'd go to class, and also I didn't live in San Francisco, so I'd commute, which is like an hour and a half. Like during the week, it's like an hour and a half to get to the city. So I'd like spend an hour and a half, 2 hours getting to class. I'd sit and just watch a movie and then go home.
Are you smoking weed at all?
No.
No weed at all.
I would like maybe here and there, maybe like twice a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like San Francisco, like, I don't know why I just picture that, like. Really.
I didn't hang out at school. I didn't have friends at that university because I would commute and then I just wanted to go home.
Yeah.
So I would just go home right after class instead of hanging.
Were you a lonely kid most of your life, you think?
No, I've always had friends.
Okay.
San Francisco State was pretty lonely.
Was it?
But I had friends outside of that.
Yeah. San Francisco motherfucking State. Is that where you started stand-up?
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco?
San Francisco.
Where's the first place you did your open mic?
First place I did my open mic was at, so there's a famous club called the Purple Onion.
Okay.
Which
is
is
still
where,
around?
It's not.
Damn.
It's where Zach Galifianakis filmed his first special.
Oh, no way.
And that burned down. And then they opened up a new room called the Purple Onion at Kells, which is like a bar, like a room underneath a bar.
Yeah.
And they called it the Purple Onion, but it wasn't really the Purple Onion. And I took a comedy class.
Oh, no way.
And
I never knew you took a comedy class.
I took one class, and they take you there for the open mic, and I did that once, and it was terrible, and I never did comedy again for like 2 years. And then I was like, I got the itch again. I was like, I want to try it. And then I went to a place called Mutiny Radio, which is still around.
Okay.
And they every show is broadcast on the radio.
What?
Like you can find it online. Like they would broadcast it. So there is like a radio recording of my first ever set somewhere out there in the world.
What the hell?
Yeah. But I did my first, I consider that my first set, and I crushed.
Really?
And it was packed with comics and like a crowd, and everyone was like, who is this guy? He's great. And then every show after that, I bombed, and I did so bad. Every open mic.
What happened? What do you think it was?
I think I just had like this nervous, excited energy.
Yeah.
And then after that, I got cocky. And I was like, oh, I got it. I figured it out. I had one good set, and I was like, oh, I fucking...
But that's like your second set ever, and you crushed?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I did 5 minutes.
Do you even remember any of the material?
Yeah.
Has any of it made it into your act now?
Not now, no.
No.
It's a lot of hacky Indian stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always still fun, though.
It is kind of fun, but I've like outgrown it.
Yeah, I feel that. I totally feel that.
But yeah, that was my first set. And then after that, I just started going. But I only went like 2-3 times a month. I wasn't doing it serious for a while. But I was getting good. Like I would get booked on stuff.
And how old were you?
21,
Oh, wow.
22,
Okay, so you did kind of start young.
21, 22. Yeah.
That's like I feel like that's such a great age to start stand-up. Like, you
Yeah.
can't get much. Like, you have a little bit of life experience, but, like, you're still so young that you can just fuck around for a while and still be like, okay,
Yeah.
like.
That's also why I joined. Because do you ever listen to You Made It Weird with Pete Holmes?
Yes, but not, like, religiously.
I used to listen to it all the time when I started. And he always said this one quote. He would always say, to be a good comic, you have to live a life worth commenting on. And when I was young, I was like, I haven't done anything. I don't feel
Yeah.
like my life is worth talking about.
Yeah.
So in my head, I was like, if I join the military, that's some extra shit I can do. I'll probably travel, probably meet people, probably do things. So I was like, that'll be worth commenting on. So that was also a reason why I joined. I was like, eventually, it'll, give me shit to talk about.
And did it help at all, you think?
I mean, I don't talk about military stuff, but I do
Right.
talk about, all the life experiences that I've had
Right.
from being in the military.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely gives you a different perspective on all this shit.
I mean, I traveled.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't be in Florida if I didn't do it.
That is
You
true.
know?
And because you were bouncing around a lot. Like, I
Was.
remember you telling me you were a New York comic for a little bit.
I was during COVID, but then I was like, I
Okay.
didn't really do it that much because of COVID.
Dog,
But I was in New York for
was
2 years.
rough, huh?
Shit sucked, man.
Dude, New York it sucks that, like, it's such the comedy capital because I want to go and visit and be in New York, but I'm like, it would piss me off because, like, I don't want to. I would just be trying to do gigs. I'm like, I don't want to fucking try to do gigs in New York. It's so hard and cutthroat.
But
I
you
feel
probably
like
have connections now where you could.
I do. Maybe I should try to line stuff up.
You can line stuff up and then enjoy the city. Just do a few spots and then hang out in New York. You've
Dude.
never been, right?
No, I've been to New York.
Yeah. Okay.
It's such an international city. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that when I was, like, in these cities, like in Europe and stuff, I'm like, yo, this is just like New York,
yeah.
just in Europe.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I felt with Madrid. I'm like, this is just New York City, just
Right.
like a little extra Spanish.
Yeah. Most big cities feel like.
I know.
New York.
It's a very
We went to Toronto this past year, and I was like, this feels like Canadian New York.
right. Yeah, you, John Traquel, and Nick Oka,
Yeah.
which that fucking rips, dude. That
It was a
rules.
fun hang. It was a fun weekend.
Yeah, those are the fucking boys.
The boys, the squad.
I wanted to ask you. I don't know why this popped in my mind, but is the clubs in San Francisco? You have Cheaper Than Therapy,
Mm-hmm.
TK Roosters Feathers.
Oh, Rooster T Feathers.
Rooster T Feathers. Is
Yeah.
that like a proper comedy club?
It is. They have like
Okay.
big headliners. I was like one of the first shows I ever saw was there. I saw Chad Daniels.
No way, he rules.
He rules.
Did you ever see Mark Maron in San Francisco?
No, I did see him at the store though.
Okay. Did you like his act?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a big Mark Maron guy, but I've
He's
never
good.
really seen his act.
I don't really like his specials that he puts out, but when you see
Yeah.
him live, I think he's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of clubs because it's like it's not just San Francisco. It's like that whole Bay Area is like one big scene.
Okay.
Because there's like Rooster T Feathers is like Silicon Valley,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's San Jose Improv over there. Then in San Francisco you have Cobb's and the Punchline,
Yeah.
and Cheaper Than Therapy.
Cobb's is legendary.
Cobb's is legendary. So is the Punchline. Punchline is Dave Chappelle says that's his favorite club in the country.
Oh wow. Okay.
Um,
Is that the original Punchline?
I don't know if it's the original,
Okay.
but it is like the one he grew up doing, I guess.
Huh.
Because it was, I think they made it a historical landmark.
Oh really?
Yeah, because they were
Wow.
gonna close it, and then Dave Chappelle came out and was like, "Hey, this is one of my favorite rooms. So much history here. Robin Williams would perform here. All this stuff, and like they saved it."
Yeah, because there's like what's the famous comedy festival? The San Francisco Comedy Festival.
Hasn't
Hasn't that been going around for like?
There's like Comedy in the Park or something, or like a San Francisco thing where it's like a huge outdoor comedy show
Yeah.
in a park that Robin Williams used to do every year till he died.
Wow.
San Francisco is like a pretty good comedy history. There's a lot
I
of
need to go, man.
big comics came from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was like when you started there? Who's like a guy who's like huge now?
Who's the guy who's huge now? Well, when I started, I met, I don't know if you know these guys. I met Joey Avery,
Okay. Oh yeah.
Daoud Namyar, and Andrew Rolfo, and Mark Smalls.
Oh, Mark Smalls. I
Yeah,
love Mark
They
Smalls.
all were doing open mics, but they were like on the upper end of open mics. They were like doing shows, and they would still go to open mics. When I
That's
was
pretty
there.
crazy because Joey Avery and Mark Smalls are relatively big now.
They're relatively big now. They
Yeah.
both tour. They work with like huge names.
Yeah, like
and,
I think they both did. Kreischer, especially Mark Smalls.
yeah. I mean, Joey's in like the Andrew Schulz crew, but
He is.
yeah,
Wow.
and they just like those guys blew up. But those were guys that I would see regularly at shows and mics. I'm trying to think who else. I don't know. A lot of Bay comics have done well.
Well, it's also like really close to San Francisco or L.A.
LA, yeah,
Is it close?
Yeah, 5-hour
Oh
drive.
fuck, that's way farther than
It's
I thought.
far, but it's also like
It is only 5 hours.
comics would be like if there's an opportunity, of course I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's cheaper to just hop a flight to L.A. than it is to drive?
No, it's probably cheaper to drive.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm sure there's deals now, but you'd rather have a car because you can get a rent a car or Uber everywhere.
True.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. I need to get out to San Francisco. You're making me want to go now.
You'd have fun, man. You
Yeah.
should go rent a car and just fucking bum around
I
the
really
whole thing.
love California. I would like to get like super north. Like
Have you been? Where have you been?
the only parts I've ever been are L.A. and then I fucking love Joshua Tree.
Oh yeah, Joshua Tree's great.
I love like that southern western
High
Colorado.
desert, yeah.
Not Colorado, California.
Yeah.
Dude, I fell in
It's
love.
beautiful. Even I don't know. A lot of people think it's boring. I love driving through like
Bro,
it's so. I think it's so beautiful.
that's like whenever I'm feeling sad, I'm like, I just want to hit the road. And like,
Yeah, I get that feeling because I
just-
love that drive.
yeah. I just blast music and really just like, I can't explain it, but listening to Willie Nelson in those parts of
It just feels different. Yeah.
it hits my soul differently, bro.
I've only been to Joshua Tree once, but we got an Airbnb, like a homesteader, and it was like a little Airbnb in the middle of nowhere. Like there's nothing around us.
Oh,
Except
really?
There'd be like another house, 100 yards, 200 yards that way, but then nothing. It'd be like flat, and it was so cool. And you go out
Bro.
and see the stars, and you feel, I don't know, you feel like you're in a fucking Western movie.
No, yeah, that, and also you kind of feel like you're on Mars.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this is totally where they've filmed, like,
Yeah, for sure.
so much stuff has been filmed out here without a doubt.
Yeah, it's unreal.
I think even Lord of the Rings stuff was filmed out there.
In Joshua Tree?
I don't know why, but yeah, I think there was.
No way.
I swear to God.
Maybe.
Jamie, look that up real quick.
I don't even know what part would be.
Maybe I just pulled that out of my ass. I'll look it up after this pod.
They filmed it all in New Zealand.
Yeah, I take everything back I said. They did like 18 months of filming in New Zealand. There's no way they
did
went
like 3 weeks in Joshua Tree for some reason.
No, this is what I'm getting confused with. They shot Star Wars.
No, maybe, yeah.
They
I
did
can
like
see
the
that, yeah.
Anakin like
Tatooine
Tatooine or some
yeah.
shit. They did that in Joshua.
Actually,
I can't
no,
believe
you
I
know
said
what?
Lord of the Rings.
Actually, I think they did that in North Africa.
Oh fuck!
Because
Really?
you can go visit the Star Wars. I'm pretty sure you can go visit the Star Wars set.
Fucking.
They still have it out there.
Damn it, dude! I can't believe I said Lord of the Rings.
I'm trying to think of like a desert scene.
Yeah.
Hobbits in the desert.
Oh shit, bro.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. You
It
gotta go.
is.
You'll love Northern California.
Cool.
It's
Yeah,
green. It's beautiful. People are fun.
I definitely need to go.
Yeah.
So, starting stand up, started in San Francisco, New York, and then where's after New York? You go to Florida after that?
Yeah. After New York was Florida, so I did San Francisco to Hawaii.
Did you do stand up in Hawaii?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was there for a year, so I did open mics. I did shows.
Blue Note?
I never got to do the Blue Note. I did. What did I do? I did some club. I got to open for Ronnie Chang there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then it's crazy. I have a picture. I opened for Ronnie Chang, and then did you ever watch Lost?
I mean, I'm.
There's a famous Asian actor named Daniel Day Kim.
Yeah.
He came to Ronnie's show,
And
and then I went to dinner with all of them, and there's like a random picture of me, Daniel Day Kim, and Ronnie Chang at like a speakeasy, and like Ronnie's wife and a couple other of their friends.
Bro,
Just-
why were you there?
I opened for him, but then I also probably was like, I just want to hang with a headliner, and then I probably shouldn't have been there.
Was he like? They didn't think this was weird at all.
I'm sure they thought it was weird. They're like, why is this guy still hanging with us?
But yeah, I guess they didn't want to be rude and be like, get out.
Yeah, I probably pushed it.
Why you here?
I don't. Come on. But that was fun. I did comedy there for a year, and then I went to overseas for a year, Bahrain. I did comedy there, here and there.
And where?
In Bahrain,
They had English shows.
they had English, Arabic shows. So half English, half Arabic. And I did like maybe 3 or 4 shows the whole year I was there.
God, what does an English half Arabic show look like?
It's like one comic will do English and then the next comic completely in Arabic, and usually that guy crushes harder.
The Arabic guy.
Yeah, because he's like relating to them on like a level where they
Wow.
don't have to like stretch to try to understand. You know?
Yeah, there's so many nuances that come with like the language barrier.
Yeah, but half of that country, half the population there is not from the Middle East.
Oh,
It's from Asia, and so they come there and they learn English and all this other shit. So I did English obviously, and it did well.
Damn, where's like the hardest you crushed? Did you do any Europe at all?
I've never been to Europe.
Okay. You never been to Europe?
No.
Okay. Like, did you ever rip in Bahrain or?
I did an open mic,
Yeah.
and it was like a mixed open mic where people did poetry, people did dance, people did stand up, and I went and it was packed. It was in a bookstore and it was filled with college kids. So all these young kids who speak English. And then I went up and I did 7 minutes and I ripped.
Bro.
And it was a lot of fun.
That's fire.
It was like the most fun I've had overseas was in that weird open mic.
God, it does feel so good doing that. That's the one thing that really comforts my soul when traveling is when I can like be around comics. It's kind of amazing. We have like
There's a weird bond, right?
dude, there's
You
a
meet
fraternal
international
bond
comics, yeah.
everywhere. I mean, everywhere
Yeah.
you go, there's like, oh, he's
You
I
get
feel
it,
comfortable around comics. It's
Yeah.
really sick and awesome,
Yeah, how was that in Europe? Like you met a lot of like European comics?
dude. Well, I mean, Liverpool, Manchester, like those are my boys. Like
Yeah.
it's so easy to just fit along with them.
Yeah.
I mean, one, they speak English. They're already like kind of abrasive. It's like
Yeah.
they remind me of like a bunch of like construction workers.
Really?
They're very just like their humor is like a little abrasive and
Yeah.
they like to talk shit and ball bust.
Yeah, I think that's just also that culture, right? A little bit.
A little bit for sure. I think like now there's definitely very like, all different types of people, but like
Yeah.
your cis white male in Manchester or Liverpool is
Yeah.
like, I mean, I was getting called gay the whole time.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
drinking around them.
Yeah, that's fun.
It was very fun. And even in Paris, it was sick. And even in Madrid, the guys in Madrid, like I did the Madrid Comedy Lab, I did 4 shows there. Those guys are sick. The two,
Yeah.
and one guy is a guy from Turkey,
Yeah.
and the other's a guy he's like half Spain, half French,
Yeah.
and they just opened up an English speaking club.
That's cool.
But there's Americans everywhere.
Right.
So I did run into Americans, and honestly, the Americans overseas. Now there were some really nice ones. Some of them were like, bro, like, I just felt like they were a little too like, America's fucking shitty, right? America's the fucking worst, right?
Yeah.
And it's like,
They just want to justify their reason for not being there.
I know. I'm like, I get it. We have our problems, but like everywhere you went, there was America everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere, like even in Paris, they're listening to like NBA YoungBoy and like, I swear to God, just like in corner stores.
We have the best shit, man.
Well, people, the way I can looked at it as is, I think America is, it's like the hot girl at school, where like, yeah, we all hate her, but like everyone secretly kind of wants to be her.
Yeah.
And she is a bitch, and like,
for sure.
yeah, she does cunty things, but like,
but she also makes really cool shit.
Yeah,
she makes the best shit.
Yeah, she does. I mean, everyone has beautiful things to offer,
for sure. But I think we have like, in terms of like movies and music and culture, we have a lot of fucking shit that we put out.
We really do have a lot of shit.
Yeah. I have this theory, because like, I'm trying to turn this into a joke, because like, you look at like Scandinavian countries, right?
Okay.
They generally are considered like the happiest countries, because they have the least amount of poverty. They're also very socialist, but like the citizens don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
Like, they're very well taken care of. But how often are you hearing like a Scandinavian song and you're like, this is the shit, this is good, or like a Scandinavian athlete? I'm sure there's great athletes or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's no like, you don't hear any great stories. And then
I don't know any.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't know much. But then if you also look at like a country, so I would say Scandinavian countries are like the best quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the worst quality of life, let's say like fucking Ukraine, or not Ukraine, like Ukraine used to be a pretty functioning country till now, but like, let's say like Afghanistan or whatever, right? It's like the bottom of the barrel. Like the living there right now is probably tough and shitty, and then you're under oppressive rule. They're also not producing shit that you probably hear a lot about.
Yeah.
And I think America's right in the middle, where it's hard to be in America. So like there is a lot of like struggle and personal struggle, and that's why art here is so good.
Mm.
But it's not so hard that you can't succeed. Like you can break out of poverty, you can break out of your tough situation here. Like America's just the right amount of tough to where
Oh.
there's like we put out good art because there is struggle, but it's not so much that it's not going to get out to the world.
Damn, that's actually really brilliant.
You know, because I think there's a lot of things like like we love like a underdog. You know,
Well, you need like like the best songs come from a heartbreak, or come
yeah, like
from like
somebody who had like some trouble. You know,
I think the best things do come from trouble. Yeah.
for sure. And I'm sure like of Afghanistan or whatever, I'm sure there's somebody who has a beautiful song, but it's so hard to live there that he's not gonna get it. Like he's not. His internet probably drops. He can't upload it to fucking SoundCloud.
But I will say I feel like there's like I'll listen to sounds of like Saudi Arabia sometimes,
Yeah.
and dude, that like whatever that sitar or like
Yeah, you're saying like so many different countries.
Yeah.
You said Saudi Arabia, and then you named an Indian instrument.
did I? Dude, that's another thing is I'm so ignorant. Like going
fine,
overseas,
man.
like I don't understand
Yeah.
like geography.
Yeah,
Like that. Like I'll hear a guy talk, and I'm like, oh, he's Russian. And he's like, no, I'm from Georgia or whatever.
yeah, it's close.
It is close, but
Yeah.
like in my ignorant ears, I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about, but I just
Yeah.
love that the sounds of the
Yeah,
desert
for sure.
with the sitar. And
Yeah, that like kind of.
I'm like, bro, it my soul wanders a little bit. I
Yeah.
can't really. It's like Arabic blues a little bit.
Yeah, like a little Arabic BB King out there.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, fast forward to Florida, and I mean, do you enjoy being in Florida the most? Like, I mean, obviously before getting to Austin, like,
I had a lot of fun.
that's where you cut your teeth. Where did you cut your teeth the most?
I started cutting my teeth in Maryland. I feel like that's when I started like really doing
Right. Okay.
in
Okay.
Baltimore.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
And then that's where you met Nick.
that's where I met Nick. That's where I met. I'm trying to think of his name.
Law? Yeah.
Actually, I didn't meet Law. I met Law later, but I knew of Law for
Okay.
a while after because I met Law. Started doing comedy when I left Maryland.
Wow. Okay.
But I mean, he's friends with Nick. Nick was there for a while,
Yeah.
so I became friends with Law because of that. But
And Maryland was you think it was a great scene?
great scene, underrated city. Baltimore is such a cool.
Fuck, I need to go there
City.
too.
It is like everybody when I got stationed there, people were like, "Dude, Baltimore's rough. You're gonna hate it." I had the most fun. Like
Really?
cool. Like there's a lot of crime. There's a lot of bad areas. Like there's parts of Baltimore you'll drive through. You're like, I'm in Baghdad, dude. This is crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Why?
crazy. It's like it'll be like an apartment where there's a ton of people living in it, and then right next door to it, it looks like it was just gutted by a fire, and it'll be like blocks of that,
What the fuck?
and it's just so beat up and like torn down, and a lot of crime. But outside of those spots, there's really nice, fun areas, and the people are like, it's an East Coast town, you know. People, it feels like I don't know. Everyone's there kind of tough, and they have grit, and they talk with a funny accent, and they like seafood, and you know, it's a cool, tough town.
Huh,
And-
okay.
And the crowds are great, and they were mixed crowds. It was like almost perfectly half black, half white crowds,
That's the best.
or even mostly like black rooms, and they were.
So it's kind of like a Houston vibe a little bit.
I haven't done too much in Houston, but yeah, I know Houston's pretty like.
Well, that's why I love going to Houston. I'm like, bro, thank you. I'm performing for black people.
That's what Baltimore's like. Baltimore's great, and they're great crowds. They're
Fuck.
so fun. It was fun doing comedy there because we'd go to DC. DC was only an hour away. But the Baltimore scene was awesome.
Did you and Nick like do open mics together? Start doing
Yeah, that's how we met. We met at an open mic, and it was like every Friday there was an open mic,
Yeah.
and that was the hang. That was Milk District.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everybody would go there, even if they weren't booked or if they're doing the open mic. We'd all go hang, and we'd hang out outside and shoot the shit.
Yeah.
And that was the spot.
Was Nick like your boy? Because you guys seem to have like such a great chemistry.
I became friends with Nick. So when I started comedy in San Francisco,
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of comedy friends. So I'd go do open mics and I'd go home by myself. And then in Hawaii, I was always working, so I'd go do open mics. I'd come home by myself. Like
Yeah.
I didn't have comedy friends till Maryland. So when I met Nick, I met him and another friend named Adam, who kind of stopped comedy now. But I met them, and I was like, oh, I have friends in comedy now.
Right.
So I went out all the time to mics and shows, and then me and Nick became boys, and we've just been friends ever since.
Damn, bro. So I mean, I always quote the shit you guys have been putting out, when people talk about like SNL, I'm like, I always quote about your guys' sketch. I'm like, bro, Anthony and them cook up
man.
better sketches than with way less money. It's crazy to think. I'm really curious to see on this pod. Like, do you have legit fans now? You think?
I think there are a few. Like when we went to Toronto, there were people who came came because they were fans of the sketches.
Wow. And because you sold out a show in Toronto, right?
We didn't sell out any of them. But we did 4 shows, and 2 of them were pretty decently attended.
That's insane, though.
Yeah.
Why don't you put it to use more? You don't think you'll?
I want to build up more material.
Oh, okay.
I kind of want to feel more confident to go like do a longer set. I want to put like if I go out somewhere, I want to put on a good show.
Have you hit the 100K yet?
No, I'm like 6,000 or 7,000 followers away, I think, or 8,000. Yeah.
What was like the video that propelled you the most? Where was it just like an amalgamation of all of them?
It was. I mean, all of them kind of did. There's like probably 3 that really did it. It was like the "Give Her My Love" video.
Yeah, that one went crazy.
There was the Goodwill Hunting video of me and Nick.
Oh yes.
And then there's like a video where we talk about time, where Nick and I are like, "Let's hang out tomorrow," and we're like, "Oh, when?" We're trying to figure out.
Oh, this is you when like before the prehistoric or whatever.
Yeah,
you dressed as like Romans or whatever.
Yeah.
Those go hard. I really love that idea.
Thanks, man. Yeah, those have been fun. Those kind of helped, and then I mean everything else we put out has been slowly building up the following. But
that's
this is
so
fun,
sick.
man. I love sketch. I kind of fell in love with sketch more than stand up a little bit.
I mean, you guys have like nailed it down so hard lately.
It's been fun.
I feel like this shit probably comes so easy to you now.
Sketch is fun. And also like I don't know, having people that you have good chemistry with to do videos helps so much.
Oh my god, it's almost like it's overwhelming to be around you and Nick sometimes because I'm like, dude, you guys are just like riffing like no other.
I get that guy. That guy literally feels like my brother. Like I get where his brain
my
goes
God.
because him and I riff so much,
dude,
that I know where he's going with stuff, and
like,
I know he knows where I'm going.
Insane.
But him and I just are like such good friends that it's so easy to like punch up each other's sketches, and
Yes.
It's honestly like if I didn't have Nick, I don't know what I would do. Like doing sketches, I would probably do it by myself. It's so hard to like find somebody that you vibe with so well to like, I don't know, create something you both like.
Do you guys like have any big projects you think coming out soon?
Like
any longer form stuff?
We want to shoot like a short film kind of thing, or do like some longer form sketches for YouTube.
I feel like that shit would go fire.
We want to. I mean, I think we could. Me and Nick did we did the Top Notch commercials.
Dude, that's so sick to me. To me, that was mine because like I remember when Nick, we tried to do those shows in Orlando. I mean, some of them did well, but like Nick flew in, and I think like I had rewatched Days of Confused like a week before that, and
really?
I was telling Nick about it. And he's like, "Oh, we're doing Top Notch," and I'm like, "What? No
I know,
way!"
It's crazy.
I was like, "This is insane."
Yeah, it was really cool. And then we saw like it was very high production. We didn't produce it or anything. We just
that shit looked good.
They did a good job, and me and Nick were like, we should like fucking put out a high well produced thing. Like just hire a crew and make something. Which also is what like Josh Francis does, and his stuff looks amazing.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
I think you guys would knock the shit out of the park.
Yeah, we want to. We want to step it up, man. It's been fun.
That's so sick, bro.
Yeah.
What was the Top Notch? I mean, obviously, like, don't give numbers, but like, was it good pay?
No,
There was bad pay.
I mean, we got paid $200.
No way.
That was it.
What the fuck?
We worked from like I was there from 8 or like 7:30 at night to like 4 or 5 in the morning.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
We got me and Nick each made $200.
Bro.
Yeah, that was it.
I was like expecting like, all right, they at least had to make like $5,000 or something.
No, $200.
Wow, that's funny because I looked at the high quality of it. And I'm
It's
like,
great, yeah.
This shit looks unreal.
Yeah, I think it was a project.
What, they pay you fucking cash underneath the table too?
No, it was
That's
a check.
bullshit.
But it was like I guess they did the project out of like it was like a charity thing. Like they were friends with the owners, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll do a commercial for you.
Yeah.
We'll just find some actors online." And we're like, "Man, we'll fucking me and Nick auditioned, and we got it."
Wow.
And I was like, I don't know, $200, not much, but it was a cool experience. We got to meet some cool people and work with like some local Austin crews and
That's sick. Bro, you a legendary Austin spot.
a legendary Austin spot. And like me and Nick are kind of like cemented in like this Austin history now by doing that commercial.
Yeah.
Then we were like, yeah, we did a Top Notch commercial. It was in Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused, bro.
It's
I was
nuts.
going crazy. I was like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Well, this fucking minivan that we're in, I feel like is. I mean, I don't want to keep it on for too much longer, and it's keeping this pod alive. But
dude, it's so fun, man.
I know it is fun. I just have a couple more questions. And
Let's
then
go.
we're out. Where do you see yourself like 3 years from now? You think you're staying in Austin? What are you gonna do?
I don't know if I want to stay in Austin. It all depends. I'm kind of going with the flow.
Yeah.
I got divorced last year, you know.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring that up.
That's fine. But it is kind of like it all feeds into like, well, what am I doing with my life and where am I going? And if I don't know, I'm up for
Holy
whatever.
Baddies. Dude, this is the hottest. We're in we're right by East Austin Comedy Club filming in this minivan, and it's got to get the hottest women here. Sorry to distract you.
No, you're good. This club last weekend. This club also, yeah, because these two bars, this one and Mama Dearest,
Bro.
they bring in so many ladies.
Dude, so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't do this club more.
You should do it.
I tried.
I think I do this more than any other room.
East Austin?
Yeah. I used to do Black Rabbit more than Sunset more, and then
Yeah.
I just stopped getting love.
Yeah, my home club bounces around. It was Sunset, and then it was Black Rabbit, and now it's like Velveeta.
Velveeta, yeah.
Velveeta's like my home club.
Velveeta was for me for a while, too.
I really love Pat Dean.
They're all great rooms.
So wait, so if you leave Austin though, like, you're without Nick a little bit.
I don't know. Or maybe Nick will go. I don't know. Nick came out here, and we pumped shit out.
True.
And then, I don't know. If I go, it's either New York or L.A., you know.
Really?
Or if I leave somewhere, yeah.
Wow.
Those are where, like, the industry is for sketch and comedy and
I don't know why that shit intimidates the hell out of me.
going out there?
Yeah.
Living out there?
Yeah.
Why?
I just don't feel like starting over like that. I just want to. I feel like you can just blow up anywhere and then just hit the road. That's how I see myself, I guess.
That's also, like, an idea of, like, all right, can I stay here? Or whatever. Like, what if I meet somebody and they want to stay here? It's like, will I stay here? And
yeah, that's another big thing for me. I've realized I'm like, I don't want to live in LA. I mean, I get like I totally would live in New York City without a doubt.
Yeah.
If it was like money wasn't an option and I was like well known and
Mm-hmm.
could easily get spots. But that's like a little bit of a pipe dream.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, you can make it happen without a doubt, but I don't want to grind like that. I really don't.
But I don't think you would. I wouldn't go to either of those places if I felt like I was starting over.
True.
I would go only if I felt like it's the move and people know me there and I'm gonna get booked
Right.
or whatever, you know. Like Cam getting SNL, him going to New York is not him starting.
Oh hell no! Yeah,
it's him taking a step up, and,
bro. Huge
you know?
step up. Huge step up.
Like I would only go if I felt like it wouldn't be a step back.
Do you ever think like, just because you brought up Cam, like the guys we came up with in Orlando, it's kind of nuts. I feel like, dude, Orlando was really like I was really blessed to come up in that scene.
It's it's underrated scene. And
Dude,
then when
underrated.
I was there, I was like, a lot of funny people, and they're all doing well.
Bro, I mean, if you
Jolly,
list off Jolly,
Cam,
Cam, Christoph,
Jake, Jimmy.
you know, and it's crazy to think Luke Tuma was a Orlando
Yeah.
comic, and it's why like I'm just like, he was the first guy I met in stand up that was like, yo, he like knows all these people, like
Yeah.
he just knows everybody in the industry.
Yeah.
He was also the first guy I saw crush doing like 15 minutes
Really?
of like crowd work.
That's crazy.
It's
He's
just
great.
mind blown.
It's a great scene that put out a lot of great comics. It was just like, I mean, I think it's like one of those things. It was like an era. I don't know if it'll do it again. I don't know if the crop,
Yeah.
I don't know if the crop there now will do the same things. But it was like, I don't know. It's like one of those magical moments where everybody met
Yeah,
and everybody there had something special and it turned into something, you know?
I know. It is kind of sick, bro.
It's insane. It's very cool. And I'm glad I got to see part of it.
I know. It blows my mind. I get to pick up. I love that I get to tell the story of like, yeah, you know,
You met all those guys
I know.
in Orlando, and they're all successful. You know?
David Jolly, as much as like, Cam obviously is like huge,
Yeah.
but like David Jolly is like what? Like,
Yeah.
I used to drag him up flights of stairs, and he would be falling asleep in the back seat, passed out, like blacked out, drunk.
The first time
Did you ever see his house,
No.
bro? It was like when you say trap, I mean like absolute trap. Like you walk into his home, and you immediately like would be hit with like this stickiness wave because there's no AC doesn't work. He would have chickens running around like
That's
there was
crazy.
chickens running around in the projects in West Orlando.
Dude, when I went to his place here in
Yeah.
Austin when he was living with Jimmy, I walked in once and Jimmy in a very serious tone was like, "There's a dead body on the couch." I go, "What?" And I go and I look, and there's a black woman laying on the couch, and she was sleeping with her mouth open and her eyes were open. And I go, "Oh fuck!" My heart dropped. I was like, "Oh my god, there's a dead woman in here." And then I see her go, and she snorted. I went, "Oh thank God."
Dude.
But she was sleeping with her eyes open. I thought it was a dead body.
Bro, that's insane. She sleeps like Jolly too, because that's another Jolly. When you do road gigs with him, he dies 10 times on the way to the gig.
I bet
He
man.
has crazy sleep apnea.
I bet he's crazy. Crazy guy.
Well, what a way to end the pod. Let's get into the. You want to do anything? Are you going home?
I'll go. I'm gonna go pop in.
All right, fuck yeah, dude. Well, thanks for doing the pod.
Thanks for having me, brother.
You want to say anything before you leave?
No, man. Listen to Tony's pod, and Tony's a sweetheart.
Gang activity.